Ah. Okay. Let's see if we got it that time. Yay! Hello! How are y'all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. I was having internet issues earlier, so I'm just checking to make sure everything looks good. So far, so good. So we are going to be making, hi sweet thing, we're going to be making this little truck. I'm good, how are you? Yeah, I don't know, I was having a little trouble getting it to log on, so it looks like it's okay now. Yep. Does it look okay? Hi, how are you? Okay. So I'll get started. So we're going to be making this. I think this is so cute. They have this at Hobby Lobby. It's a little bit heavy, but I think it'll be fine. Hello, how are you? Alright, so we're just going to take, this is what we're going to do. So right now, everything from Christmas is on sale. So you can get things like this on sale. And this was actually a Christmas mesh. So I'm just going to do something very simple, but I'm going to show you that you don't have to use a ton of mesh, and you can actually use like 50-yard ribbons and get a really nice look without having to spend as much. So, y'all doing okay? So I'm going to open all the ties up, and this is a 15-inch wreath frame. So, and this is a 21-inch, hi, this is a 21-inch basket weave. So can you tell I added some more lights? I still need to add like just a little bit back here, I think, but I know it's a little better. Yay, how are y'all? So I'm just going to take this and scrunch it at the end. And I like to take it and place it right before the little tie and tie it down. There we go. So tonight we are going to do something slightly different. Oh, cool. She's making a wreath and watching me at the same time. All right. So this is going to be 12-inch poofs. All right. So for that, I do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I want them to be larger because I'm just going to use up more of this mesh. Okay. Now if you need to measure, I definitely would do that. Hello, how are you? Thank you. I'm glad you love my work. That's so sweet. I tell you, I have missed my wreath therapy something terrible. I did get to make something in my private group, but I got sick right after Christmas, and we spread this lovely sinus cold thing around. It was fun. My mother-in-law actually still has it, but she's on antibiotics now, so hopefully she'll start turning the corner. Huh, it likes my shirt. My New Year's was really good. How was yours? Here, let me move my chair so y'all can see the puppy. Can you see her? She kind of blends in with this couch now. because the couch in here is dark and she's dark. I'm good, Z. How are you? Okay. Alright, so we have several new YouTube channels for y'all to check out. So if you guys are on here, make sure you share your YouTube channel names, because we like to support each other. Right? Yeah, Bella the Star. I know. I might have to just get Bella her own channel. Although a lot of it she would probably be doing just what she's doing now. I'd have to take the time when she gets all wild, running around with her toys, entertaining herself, which she's very good at. Okay, so we're almost back at the beginning. So this is where we started. So you see why I put it right before that tie, because then when I tie it down, you can't tell where I started, because it really just started right where that tie is. So now I'm going to go up to the top, and I'm going to open all these up. Now we're actually going to do this a little different tonight, because I want to show you how you can still make it really pretty and not use as much mesh and stuff. Okay, so I'll take this one from the bottom, and I'll go up to the top, and I'll try to go right before a tie. And I find that if you tie it down, it really works a lot better. Then it doesn't. Sometimes your poofs can look kind of, that first poof can look kind of funny if you go right from the bottom. So if you tie it down, it really helps to make it look like it should. So, yeah. Hello, how are you? Okay. So just in case you're joining late, this is basket weave mesh 21 inch, and we are doing 12-inch poofs. So just slightly bigger. And that's because we're not going to put ruffles or curls on this one. So if I'm going to do several bows on a wreath, I do not put ruffles and curls and all of that, because by that time you can't really see a lot of it by the time you put the bows on. So it's really better just to make it very simple, and then you're not using as much and you still get a beautiful look. Happy New Year! Sweet Tea Designs. Go check out that YouTube channel. Okay. You see how pretty that looks? So one of the members in my group did his first live. Was it? I think it was last night. His name is Jonathan, and he did a great job. And he did 14-inch poofs, and I was thinking, wow, that's going to be really big, but it turned out really good. I'm not sure if I've ever done them that large, but they looked really good. I didn't think that was the right tie. I was about to use the tie from the bottom. I think I'd have a problem later. so we are back where we started. So see, I just pull that around right there. Isn't this pretty? This mesh is so great for so many different seasons. Thank you, that's so sweet. No, it was last night. Let's see, what's the name of his page? It's, I don't know why, I'm just drawing a blank. I'll have to look it up before we leave. But he did a really great job. You know, that first time it can be so nerve-wracking. Okay, so I'll flip it over, take my excess, tie it down. Okay. It's like something DIY and home decor. Dang, why can't I remember the name of that? I'll have to look it up. I also got the stuff to do my new kit in. I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to do something a little different. So this is our sign. Oh, isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. We're going to put this on the top, and we're going to do, I know for sure we're going to do one bow and maybe 2 smaller bows. So this is what we're doing. We're going to do the bows first, and then we're going to put in the tails for the areas that aren't covered. Because if you do it that way, you use less ribbon. You know, because if you put tails and all that here, and then you put a bow on top of it, you can't see it. So it's really kind of a waste. So we're going to put this pretty thing aside. We're going to play with ribbon. All right. So, I have a lot of ribbon choices. The majority of these are 50-yard rolls. Now this one's not, but I do have this in a 50-yard roll. So can you see the theme here? If you use the 50-yard rolls, you really just get a much better value for it. So I have 2 Valentines, then I have 2 reds, 2 blacks, and a red white. So we're just kind of vary it up. We'll start with this on the bottom, and I'm going to zoom in. Hold on, let me get centered. Okay, let me get my water out of the way. Here we go. Okay, sorry, I was having issues with my finger grabbing hold right. I have tried a bow dabber, absolutely. So this is the Easy Bow Maker, and it is actually very similar to the bow dabber. The difference is these are stationary, whereas when you're using the bow dabber, it has that spring action in the middle. I'm not sure where mine is. It's around here somewhere. So we're going to do, let's do 14-inch tail. Okay, this is our big bow. So I put a 14-inch tail. I put it down. I turn it. I'm doing that twist. Remember, you have to twist it so you can get that pretty side up. Alright, so let's start with 7-inch. So it has measurements on here. That's the difference. That's the other difference between this and the bow dabber. So you can make yourself a board or put it on something like this for the bow dabber. And somebody told me that they have these on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $2. So if I were you, I'd hightail it over to Hobby Lobby and see if they have any left. I mean, $2. Yeah. when you do that, it really does. And it's pretty, and it makes the wreath really full when you put ruffles and curls and all of that on there. That's what the person was saying. Somebody told me that they get frustrated when I answer questions and they don't know what I'm answering. So I'm going to try to do better to tell people what the question was. Or comment, I guess I should say. So she said that when you put all that on, it kind of really, you can't see it. What did I do? Oh. So when you put on ruffles and curls, and then you're going to put on bows and lots of tails, you're not going to see all that. It starts to just get an overload. And although it's really pretty, it's really expensive. And depending on where your market is, it may be that your market doesn't support those kind of prices. So you have to be careful and keep that in mind. Let's do this one next. So you want to keep that in mind when you're making stuff. You know, if you sell on the online, then it's not that big a deal. Alright, so we did 7 inches on the first, and we're going to start just making it slightly smaller as we go up. So we did 3. We're going to do 2 with this one. Happy New Year. So what did y'all do for New Year? Oh, I wanted to ask you this. So is there special foods that you tend to eat on New Year's that makes you, you know, that your family uses as a good luck tradition? We do. We have pork, and we have black-eyed peas and greens, which are not my favorite. And we have, we're going to switch this up, cornbread. So I was just curious to see if y'all did that. Yeah. You know what I do is, with my black-eyed peas, is I get this ham seasoning, and I just soak it in the ham seasoning. And then it really does give it lots of yummy flavor. I love to cook, I just don't have much time to do it. And my husband has kind of a strange schedule, so. Okay, we're going to do 2 with this one. And as you can see, I'm just still making it slightly smaller as I go up. So that way you can see what's in the back a little better. Trim it off. Alright. Let's do this one. So I really want to add black in here because it helps make it stand out. Yep. So you do the same thing. Pork and sauerkraut. Oh. Well, hello. I'm glad you found my channel. I think it's fun. My favorite thing is the cornbread. So, and I tell you, now that the holiday season is over, I gotta get back on my diet. I have not done very well. But I've had a lot of fun. Okay, so we're just adding a little sparkle of black in there. Now, we're going to go back to 2.5 inch. Just because it's fun to get kind of different sizes in it. Okay. I'm going to tell you, one of the things to me that helps when you're making bows in a piece like the Easy Bow is pull out enough of your ribbon and don't feel like you have to be in a rush. Take your time, get the ribbons in there nice, and make sure you put the tails where you want them to go. So for this one, I want them to come down the front, so they're all out in the front. If I wanted some to go up here, I would move some up here and some down here. Okay. All right, let's finish with this one. Then I think we'll have enough ribbons on this one. Although sometimes I think I never have enough. Same thing, cool. All right. You see how this starts to spread out as you get up? That's okay, don't worry about it. Just want to be careful and make sure that they don't slip out. All right. If you wanted to add a middle loop, you would just take it and just add one loop like this, and then you would just tie it down. Just showing you in case you like that. All right. I like to use my zip ties with these because it really does hold it a lot tighter. So I will slip it under there and just kind of get that tie going so nothing pops out. And then I'll slide it over and start to get it tight. All right. Then I'm going to put some wire under there. Okay. So it's good if you can remember to do this before you completely tighten it down. If not, you still have an opportunity. So if you tighten it down and you didn't, don't flip out because you can still fix it. Okay. So before I completely make it tight, I try and just move my ribbon around a little bit so I don't have to fight with it later. And I want these to be down front. So I'm going to move all of my tails down front so I can make sure that they're going to be there when I tighten this. And then I'm going to make it tight, tight, tight. And you can use pliers if you need to when you're doing this. Ooh, what's that? That sounds good. What is it called? Okay, see, I can't even pronounce that. I would butcher it, so I won't try. So I'm going to take a little piece of this so that I can cover that middle piece. But you know, if you had something like little red hearts or something, you could put that in the middle instead of having to do this. Believe it or not, I haven't even gotten out all of my Valentines stuff yet. Alright, so if you've forgotten your wire at this point, you can put it on and put it underneath where you tie that ribbon to hide that zip tie. Because it happens. I know I've done it. Alright, so we have our first bow. Now I'll just kind of pull them a little bit more, fluff them out. Okay. And you've gotten it on there tight. It's not going to come loose, so just feel free to yank them around. And you just want to stick your fingers in there and fluff them up. They look so pretty when you fluff them up. You see how you can see the 2.5 inch and the 1.5 inch? So don't be afraid to mix those. Because I see that a lot where people they get stuck in doing it the same way. So mix it up sometimes, and that just makes it pop even more. You see how you can see it's kind of sneaking out the bottom? Like that. You see? Alright, so let's make, I like that. What y'all think? I like it. So this is going to go at the bottom, down here. Ooh, I like it. So there's wire on here that we tied on. So I'll just take that. Whoop. It's sticking underneath something. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was about to say, that's giving me a fit. And I'm going to tie it right on the bottom here. And I'm actually going to tie it on the top part. And I am going to go right through my mesh. So let me show you. So you can take it, your wire, and just push right through your mesh. So if you do that, then your bow is going to stand up a little bit better because it's actually going to be sitting on top of that poof that you did. Okay, so that's how you get your bow to stand up. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. I just take it, I just push it right down. Doesn't matter what kind of mesh you have, it'll go down. See? And now it kind of stands up. Alright. And then I'll just tie it and then just kind of loop it around. So tie it like this. And then I'll loop it around this frame right here. Then I'll just trim it off. But I want to make sure it's on there nice and tight, but I don't want it to squash anything. Thank you. Okay. So you see how we have all of this hanging down the front? So there's two ways that you can do this. You can have them hanging like this. Okay. And you can just dovetail it. I'll move that for a second. Okay. You can just dovetail it, and it looks really pretty just kind of cascading down. Like that. You can also vary the lengths so that you have some longer than others. And you can take some and curl them, because that is one of my favorite things. See, look at that. Oh, I love it when it does that. Yeah, they sure do. And those are great to use. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to be doing some. I know for sure I'm doing some in my group. Cricut and Cameo stuff. So we can make our own signs. And some other things. Not just that. It's going to be fun. So see, this kind of gives it a different look. So now it's not like all of it hanging down. You have some curling, some hanging. Oh, don't you hate it when it does that? Okay. There. See, now it's more fun. I like fun. See? See how you have some curling, some hanging. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our truck right up here. So see, it will not be taken over by the bow. You see why we did not add a whole bunch of ribbon on here? All right. So let's see. I think we can make 2 bows to go right here. Let's do that. But they're not going to be as big. Bella, you can hang out with the wreath. Okay? She doesn't care. Yeah, I do. I do know I have a Cricut and I have a Cameo. The Cameo is actually pretty new, but I've had Cricut a long time. But I wanted to have both so I could show both, because I think that's more helpful. Alright, so let's start with, I don't know what to do with the black and white. Did I knock her off the table? Let's start with this. Let me get my black and white. Hold on. Haha! We'll just use my black and white sticky. Because I definitely want it to have something like this on the bottom. It really helps to make it stand out if you have something of a different color, right? So there is only a tiny little bit of black in here. There's a tiny little bit of gray. So you could do gray, you could do black, you could do white. Just a little something. And I tell you, black almost always works really great when you add it behind colors. They just make them pop. Hold on. Let me put my pins up before I stick myself. Because I guarantee you I will. Or one of my boys will come in here and it'll be on the floor and they'll step on it. It's just not good. Alright, so these we're going to do with 8-inch. Scan and cut. I'm not sure if I know what that is. Okay, so we're going to start this at 6-inch because it's going to be a smaller bow. We don't want to take over. I'm putting one up here. So we just got to the 6, come down, twist. Always make that twist. Otherwise, it's going to look funky. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to split it. We're going to do, alright, let's do this one and this one in one. And we'll do that one and probably that one in the other. We'll do this one on that one and this one on this one. Okay. That way they're slightly different. Okay. Then you'll be able to see it. Oh, I want that maker. So it's called, what is it called again? I really wanted one of those, but I just couldn't justify it yet. Maybe later. Alright, let me make sure you can see here. Alright, so we're going to do this one. Move it. There it goes. Okay. Alright, out to the 8. Pinch, put it on. Put that one up there. See, and these are the ribbons from Sam's, so they are on clearance right now. Make sure you go grab them because you can use them. You can use this now. You can use it at 4th of July. So, it's very handy. Get the ones that don't say Christmas on them. And you can use them. You'd be surprised how often you can use them. Like they have ones that are peacock color, which is awesome. So many things you can do with that color. Alright, so we did 2 with this one. Okay. Alright, let's do... No, I don't want to do that one. Let's do this one. Right after this one. Okay. So this tail is just slightly longer. Okay. There we go. Let's put this tail up here. You know what? I think we are going to finish with this one. All right. We'll just make it really pop. I do feel like if you want to learn to make hand bows, that this one will help you a little bit more than some of the others, because you really are doing what you would do in your hand, you're just doing it on board. Okay, so we got our little zip tie, stick it under there. Okay, pull it off, grab our wire. Okay, then I will shimmy this over, slide it around. Okay. And just move them so that you don't have to struggle with them after you get it tightened. There we go. Trim it off. Let's see, we have black. So let's do the black. Oh. Hello, Vivian. I'm glad that you are here. I'll have to look that one up because I don't think I've heard of that before. Alright, so we've gotten this one done. So look, we have some tails up here and some down at the bottom. So then we don't have to try to fight with it when we get it on the wreath. It makes a big difference. Okay. Alright. So let's get this one on. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it, I'm going to push it right through the mesh. You hear Sassy down there? I think my dad went to bed and locked her out. She does not like to be shut out of a room. So I did the same thing. I tied it on top of the poof. And I went down around the frame. And then I'll tie it around the frame. Keep it on there nice and tight. Okay. Yes, Jonathan's on here. Yay! I was telling him about your live. And I was telling them about how big your poofs were and how it looked so pretty. So make sure you put your page on here. And remember, if y'all have a YouTube channel, make sure you put it on so we can go check out the channel. And you hear Nana coughing down there? Gracious. This has been a humdinger, I'll tell you. Alright, so I did the dovetails on these. On these, I'm going to curl it just because it makes it lots of fun. And I tell you something, have you ever made a bow and you got it on and it just looks wrong, like it's missing something? A little trick that you can do is take your tails and curl them up, and it'll make it look like a loop. Instead of trashing your bow, you can add more tails and just loop it up here, and it'll look like there's an extra loop on it. I'm going to tell you, that has saved me before, and it will save you if you try it. Alright, so this time we're going to end with this one. Okay, so that's how we're looking so far. Lots of bows. Alright, let's do the next bow. Here we go. Okay. I'm sorry, was I loud? It's okay, baby. Off she goes. Mommy was too loud. Thank you. I'm glad you like the bows. Alright. I'm going to be putting out a tutorial this week too for another thing that you can do that's great right after Christmas. We are going to be doing a wreath with a evergreen base, but you're not really going to be able to see it. Because right now, those evergreen bases are on sale. So go get one or several. Because you can use them all year round. You can just put mesh on top of them. And I think somebody said they had them for like $1.30 or something like that at Joann's. They have them at Michael's. They have them at Walmart. So I would suggest you go get one or multiple. It's just a great thing to do around this time of year. I always have some. I buy them towards the end of the year when they get on sale. And then I can use them off and on during the year. They make a great base because you can just use them as ties. Okay. So we got the black on. Let's see, what did we do last time we did? Ah, yes, the red and white. Let's do this one. Oh, they have Christmas trees for $6. Hey, those are good. Wait, are they like the Christmas tree frames or a Christmas tree? This right here, this mesh holder is from Susie. It's the ultimate collapsible mesh roller. If you go to my community page, there is a link, because the links don't usually work very well in the lives. Or you can email me. It's Lori@hardworkingmom.com, and I'll send you a link. Susie, who makes them, is a member of my group. She's awesome and sweet. Okay. Trim it off. Okay. So I have 2 down here, 2 up here. Let's do I don't think I'm going to use this one. Let's use this one.
That's what I found. I found the screws that were in my pocket.
My dad's downstairs. We got this new cabinet today for their, I bought them a new cabinet for their little side table for their room down there. And my dad said he couldn't find the screws. And I heard him down there just saying that he found them. They were in his pocket. Isn't that funny how you do things like that sometimes? It happens. Okay. We're going to finish with this one. Awesome. Don't y'all love her business name? Wreath RN. Is it Wreath Addiction RN? How cool is that? I like it. All right. So one more zip tie. You know what? You can use your coupons to get the Easy Bow Maker. So you can use your 50% or 40% and get it a lot less. So make sure you download the coupon before you go so that you don't pay full price. I heard she said the other day on Damon's Live that she was going to come out with something new. So I'm excited. I'm hoping that means that she's going to come out with something that does better with 50-yard rolls. That's the only thing I think that's kind of hard. And I use lots of 50-yard rolls. It's just more economical. All right, now I want to make sure. Okay, those are going up. These are going down. So you see, you want to do that before you completely tighten it, because it's hard to fight with it once you have it really tight. I would, Jonathan. See if you can go. Did you say there was a Hobby Lobby near you? Because my friend Chris said they had them for $2. $2. That's crazy. Okay, so we're putting our little piece of ribbon across the middle to hide that. It's just a, you know, makes it look nicer. You can, if you had if all you had was 2.5 inch, you can cut your 2.5 inch in half. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to put this one over here. Once again, I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to take my wire and I am going to push it right through my mesh and get down to the frame. Oh, she added a ribbon rose maker. Oh, how cool! Did you call and order one? Because I was going to do that and I just haven't gotten around to it. It's been a crazy house around here lately. Okay. So same thing like I did with the other one. I'm going to dovetail the bigger ribbons. Okay. And I like to have the tails coming out in different directions. It just kind of gives more volume to your bow. Well, I cut that very weird. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to curl these. Yeah, he has a business page on Facebook. But we'll be showing him how to get a YouTube channel soon. Because you know I love my YouTube. Love my YouTube. Okay. Alright. Woohoo! See how big and full that is with the 3 bows? Alright, now we can add our sign. And so what we're going to do, so you see how much these bows cover, okay? So what we're going to do before we put our little sign on, and I can pull this back up a little bit, alright, is we're just going to take, I did cut some tails, so these are cut at 12 inches. And so we're just going to grab the areas that are clearly seen that don't have anything. So that way, you're not wasting ribbon. So see, I'll just take these, I'll put it right down here. I'm going to tie it off 3 times and then just tuck it under. And then, whoops, spread it out. I like to pull them towards the front, like that. Okay. So this is how you can really save on your ribbon, and no one will be the wiser. You know, if you're ever looking for a Cricut or a Cameo or anything, a really good place is to check Facebook Marketplace. I don't know if you've ever looked there, but sometimes, especially around this time of year, people will get like a new one and they'll sell off their old one. And you can get on there and find one for a pretty good deal. So I would check there too. And I'm going to tell you, those things, they last. One of my friends has had hers for years. Well, I've had mine for years, really, and it just keeps going. Okay. So you see how much ribbon you save? And really, I mean, you use ribbon in the bow, but when you're doing the 50-yard rolls, it's not really a ton, and you're saving a lot by not putting something underneath it that you're not going to see anyways. See, if we had put ruffles or something like that on here, or curls, we wouldn't be able to see it because it would be hidden by all this ribbon. And we all love ribbon, but no sense in wasting. I'm not going to put anything by the big bow because you can't see it anyways. So I'm going to go around this side and add to this side. I probably need to start where I finished. Here we go. See, right? It's so nice and full, but it doesn't have nearly as much. It's 1 roll of mesh and some ribbon from 50-yard rolls. And you can get away with, even with Valentines, not having something with a Valentine's pattern. Just the right colors and a sign is all you need. Okay. Hey Sue, how are you? Okay. So I only cut, I think, 6 of each one of these, and I'm not even sure I really needed all of that. Let's see. So we definitely don't need it at the bottom there. Okay. Yep, I think that's all we need. So let's see how many I have left. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. So I really only needed 3 of each ribbon to do that. Alright, so now we can do our sign. Okay. A couple of options with your sign. You can use, oh, of course you know I forgot to turn on Mr. Glue Gun, but I could turn on my pot here. It heats up a lot faster. Okay, we can do that. I think Bella abandoned me. Alright, so you can use these. These are zip tie adhesive cable mounts. If you use these, they have adhesive back on them. You always want to put some kind of glue or something on it. If it's really thick, see how thick this is? That's really thick. You could also, Carla, are you on here? How you feeling? You can also staple down. So I'm actually going to use wire, but what I can do, if I'm going to staple it down, ooh, I'm going to take, it's hot with these lights. So I'll take my wire, cut it off. I probably have about 24 inches, and I can find the center. This works if you have nice thick wood. So I'm just putting it on a pipe cleaner like this. I don't need all of this because it gives me more to staple down to. If I were to just staple down to the wire, it would probably just come right off. But see, if I staple down this, that one didn't stick. Then it's not going to come off. But see, there's so many things that you can use to staple down your wire. Or you can use this. Either way. See, here's some. See, now it's a good thing Bella left, because if she heard this, she'd be out of here anyways. And I do have a tendency to use a lot of wire because it is horrible if you get it all on there and then you figure out that you don't have enough wire. It's a royal pain. So it's better if you have too much. It's very inexpensive. And you can get it in these paddles. Hold on. I need to be on a flat base. There we go. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to slide this under that staple. Alright. I also like to take, when I have this on, a little bit of glue. Let's see if this thing's hot yet. No. Let me see. I'm looking for my little stick. I don't see my little stick. Here we go. We can use this. So I just get a little bit of glue and just kind of put on top of it. It just helps it from coming off. It's not really going to do a lot, but just a little added protection. There. Alright, there we go. Aha! Now, so I'm just going to take my wires and I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to go right down through the mesh because I want it to sit on top. I don't want it to sink down because I think it would get buried if it sunk down. That is just a electric skillet from Walmart. Best kind. It has temperature adjustments, but really you only need to set it at like 200 or 220. If you set it higher than that, it's gonna smoke, and you're not gonna want that because it is a little bit scary and a little bit smelly. I scared my hubby one time. I had turned it up too high trying to get some glue melted. He came in, it was smoking. I was like, what are you doing in here? It's like, it's fine. No, it's not fine. So don't do that. You could scare somebody to death. Alright. So I've got it through. There we go. Ooh, got my hand caught. All right, there we go. That would have been cool, flying hearts. Thank you for thinking of that, Joanne. Okay, so my ribbon. Hold on and I'm going to tell you. Okay. So I buy a lot of my stuff wholesale. So there it is. All done. So I'll probably put something on it and pull it up a little bit because it's kind of falling down a little bit. So I'll just attach something right here and pull it up. Because it's so heavy that it really needs that extra point. You see it? Oh, I like it. What do you think? Yeah, he definitely needs to come up a little bit. Thank you. Okay, so let me tell you about my ribbon. Okay, this ribbon, this one, and this one. These all came from Sims Pottery. They're a wholesaler. However, you can often find these at Craft Outlet, at Deco Exchange, and Trendy Tree, and the Wreath Shop. And sometimes they do sell them in the 50-yard rolls. Okay, these two came from Sam's. So they're on sale right now. So if you have a Sam's membership, I would go over there and grab them. Oh, awesome, I know. It's so exciting. I have a long time to wait before I have a grandchild, but I'm really hoping that when I do, they bring me a girl. I'm kind of overrun with boys, which is fine. But at some point, I'd like to buy something pink. Alright, so I don't need that. You see how fast that thing heats up? That thing heats up like that. Alright, so do y'all want to see the kit that I'm going to put together? That's awesome. We have lots of ribbon left. Alright, so here's going to be the kit. It's going to be 3 meshes. It's going to be curl method. Unless you want to do something else. Aren't those pretty? And this is the sign. I love it. Don't you love it? Okay. The ribbons are going to be this one, and you'll get 5 yards of each. This one, and this one. And then of course it'll come with pipe cleaners and a frame. So there's the ribbons, there's the sign, and there's the mesh. And it even has a little touch of purple in it. I love purple. Ah. Awesome. I don't usually, if you get those kits where you buy like the cameo or whatever, when you buy like a bundle, they don't usually have those at Hobby Lobby. They just have the machines. And you know what? It's even hard to find cameo supplies in Hobby Lobby. They have like a ton of Cricut supplies, but they hardly have any for the cameo. But I tell you, those bundles are really good. You can get all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. Aww. It's going to be a cute kit. I'm excited. I love doing curlies. They're just fun. And when you do them, you actually use a lot less ribbon. So you won't need nearly what I'm going to send you. So you can make bows or whatever. I do not have a link for the kit yet, Pam. I'll be putting it up hopefully tomorrow. I just have to get my pictures. Yeah. We're going to do some stuff with it too, Jonathan. Jonathan does all kinds of cool crafts. He was showing us some stuff the other day. I'm excited to see some of that. Yes, Carla, did you go to the doctor? All right, so lots of fun, lots of fun. And my group members who are either in my my wreath squad, in my wreath therapy group, and my success path, they get a discount on my kits, and they get first crack at them. So, but there's always some left over for sure. Look, I found the black and white. It was sitting right there. I'd be in trouble if it was a snake. I apparently just didn't see it. I looked right over it. Don't you hate it when you do that? Okay. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. I missed this so much. Oh, and I did a series of Thursday Business Tips on taxes. So if you have a business, make sure you watch them, because I'm going through the income, expenses, and everything. So, and there's some new rules coming out if that bill gets passed. If they do, I'll bring another one out, because it'll make a lot of changes, but they're not going to do it for this year. You are? You're coming to South Carolina in March? Where are you coming? You gonna be near me? Good night, Pam. Hey, y'all, Pam makes these signs for me. She's the bomb. Make sure you check out her site in the morning. You need to, Carla. So the kits always run between $40 and $42. They're never going to be more than $42, if I can help it. We'll see what happens when they come out with those new Chinese tariffs. But hopefully they will stay around that. Yep. Charleston. Oh, I love Charleston. It's so nice. Hey, I think there's a Carolina Pottery near there. I'm pretty sure there is. You need to go check out Carolina Pottery. The place is the bomb. Thank you. Oh, awesome. It's so pretty there. I love Charleston. Don't worry, Mel. You know I'm not gonna sell out. I will hold one for you. Okay? Absolutely. All right, well, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. And don't forget to check out my groups. And I will see you. I will definitely have a video out. Let me show you what I was going to do the side. It's a square evergreen wreath. Don't you love it? And look at this sign. Oh, I love it. This is from Hobby Lobby. I think this one was from Carolina Pottery. So remember, they're on sale. Isn't that going to be cool? But of course, we're going to cover all that up, but it'll be something different and fun to do. I like different and fun. Wonderful. All right, well, y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you for hanging out with me. And I will see y'all soon. I live in Lexington, right near Columbia. Yep. Thank you. Hey, Tammy. Buffalo check. Ooh, let me see if I have some of that. If I have some buffalo check, I will do a Valentine's wreath with it, okay? I might. I have to look. At least I'm more organized now. Hopefully, I will do a new video of my new craft room. It's a lot bigger. The only problem I'm having is lighting in here, but I'm working on it. Okay, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for hanging out with me, and bless you.